I gotta be honest, and this is, Torso Tennis Devs, this is not your fault. These videos are, the stream's doing okay. On YouTube, the videos are gonna die. Because the average, if you're on YouTube, don't listen. The average YouTube viewer is not, they don't have the bandwidth to keep up with this stuff, okay? I didn't say close your ears, YouTube. You know what? Chiblee was saying something that I thought was really real during one of his streams. It's just like, he gets frustrated by a lot of the same things I get frustrated by, which is like you can't have a conversation online anymore. All you can do is trade information that you've seen online. Like every conversation now, outside of like very close friends or family, is just like, I saw something, I read somewhere that blah, 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 and then that reminds you of something that you saw, and you go, that reminds me, I saw something that went blah, 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 blah. And you think it's a conversation, but actually what you're doing is like trading posts that you saw on the Reddit front page, like back and forth, instead of talking about some stuff like you're actually interested in. But I think Chiblee, he was saying, by the way, stop saying that's what conversations are. I know you went to WikiHow for conversations. That's not what conversations are. I don't mind a little small talk, but the small talk is about shit that actually matters, like the weather. Oh, look at the construction on the road, etc., etc. Oh, did you see this thing that happened like down the street today? That's small talk. It's nothing talk. When you're like, did you see that picture of did you see Philly's Karen? That's not small talk to me. That's nothing talk. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about, but regardless, I think we need to go back. Okay, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna encapsulate it, okay? Motherfuckers were smarter when they were dumber. Now, I know that sounds like it doesn't make any sense, but when people didn't have as much information in their heads, like as many facts in their heads, they were smarter. Now everybody's head at all times is stuffed with so many facts, not insights or conclusions or theories or anything like that, but just boom, did you know? Did you know? Scientists are saying facts, 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 facts. Did you know actually he was, and then his real name was, and his teeth were, like it's just that over and over and over again. The people like know more than they've ever known, but have become so much less interesting to talk to. Most interesting guy I knew when I lived in Korea, he would try to tell me that Lake Superior was not the largest Great Lake. That was my dude back then. I know what you're gonna say. Lake Superior is obviously the largest Great Lake. It's right there in the name. Yeah, but we didn't know that shit back then, and it was like too hard for us to look it up and prove him wrong. We just let him be like that. Because he's a real dude, man. We need to know, we need to go back, and this will never happen, but we need to go back to you only being able to get information if you've earned it. We can no longer just have so much information popping off of every content aggregator online that people can just scrape it up from the ground. And I'm learning. Did you know that we peel bananas from the wrong end? I'm learning things. If you pinch a t-shirt here and go, ramp, it folds the t-shirt 2% faster. We need to stop that. We need to go back to only getting information that you fought for, that you fought in the fucking gladiatorial arena to learn that information. We need to go back for that you fought for. Okay, 1 second. First, I mean, we don't need to, but I think it would be like less irritating. It ain't that serious, I suppose, but 1 second. We gotta win a run really quick. How do I do the t-shirt thing? I made that one up, but if you ever find a foolproof way to fold t-shirts that look as good as the t-shirts are folded in a clothing store, let me know. Kate, I will admit, Kate, I resisted for a long time because what is a man if not someone marching to the beat of their own drum? But I went from, now I can't remember. I gotta hold the t-shirt in my hand. I used to be a grab the corners, like where the shoulder meets the body, right here, and then fold it and then fold the sleeves down and fold it in half again. I've finally relented and I have become a fold the sleeves back and then fold it in half and fold it again, which is my, that's my wife's preferred method. I do think it works better. I think it works better the second way. No, you got it backwards. Wife says no. I don't remember. That's not my way. You don't fold the sleeves first, you fold them down the median, like the prime meridian first. You fold the half, then the sleeve. She said, don't put my name on that shit. That's true. That is true. She did say that. Does anyone give a fuck about me? Okay, take steps, spawn critters. That's pretty good. I'm not lying on her name. It's just like, that's one of the things. It's like every once in a while, like when you're driving, you know what the muscle memory is to hit your signal light. But if you ask me whether you push the yoke down or up to signal left, I would be like, I'd literally have to close my eyes and imagine being inside of the car. This is left. That signal's left. And this is right. That's right there. Yeah. Yeah, I drive with my eyes closed. I didn't mention that part. Double kitty. I don't know though. I mean, they're way better at folding it at the clothing store than I am at folding it in my house. I'll give them that. Max health per yoink. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. It's like remembering your password. That's so true. You know what's funny? And if you don't experience this, just wait, because you might think that you're going to be like you are now forever, but that's not really how it works. Secondly, that's naive, is what I'm trying to say. Everybody changes over time because you're made of meat, slowly going bad. Secondly, what's it like to not have any form of anxiety? But sometimes, so don't tell Jim Pattison, okay? I don't have a London Drugs extras card. So when I go to the London Drugs, I don't collect points. But my mom does. So whenever they ask for the LD extras number, I type in my mom's phone number and she gets the points, okay? But you know what's funny is that if I'm stressed out, I can't remember the phone number. I'll be at the machine and be like a little heart rate elevated or preoccupied thinking about something else. And I'm like, I don't know what my mom's phone number is. But then like the next day, or even like 10 minutes later, if I just calm down a little bit, I'm like, oh shit, of course I know her number. It's da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da. It's that simple. Same thing like for online banking, I know what my debit card number is, and if I'm in a calm state of mind, da-da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da-da, done, okay? But if I'm a little bit stressed out, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't go to online banking right now. I either have to wait till I'm chill, or I have to go upstairs and I have to get my debit card. And it feels so bad knowing something 95% of the time, but then having to actually go up and double check it when you're like, I've typed it in 50 times, like in the last 6 months. Anyway. Phone me. One day I woke up and just forgot my phone password. Next day it was chill. That's real, librarian. That's real, man. You know what's crazy is the idea that like, I wonder if there was a day where you ever woke up and you like weren't what you would describe as yourself. You know what I mean? It's like the reason that you are yourself is there's like a link every day, you know? You go to sleep as yourself, you wake up as almost the same person, but all that shit is coded in meat, bro. It's coded in fucking meat. That's crazy. So what if you fucking woke up one day and all the shit that you thought you were, you weren't that anymore? You know what I mean? That would be crazy. Or maybe it's already happened, but it like overwrites part of your recent stack. You know what I'm talking about? Not really. I don't think I'm doing a good job of explaining it, but the self is very interesting, man. Not to a philosophy post, because I haven't watched enough YouTube essays to really know what kind of words I should be using to describe this. But you're kind of creating yourself, but also observing yourself in real time, man. The actions you take and the thoughts you have lead you to have a model of what you yourself is. But then also, that then informs the behaviors and the fucking opinions you're gonna have, man. That's crazy. It's like you're doing like one layer of self with your actions, and then when it comes to think of like, how would I react in a situation like this? You look at the fucking Xerox, and then you Xerox it again. And then the next time you do something, you're like, oh, what would I do in this situation? Let me consult the Xerox. And then you Xerox it again. You Xerox a Xerox, a Xerox, a Xerox, a Xerox. And you've been Xeroxing the Xerox for 3.5 decades now, man. You don't know what the fucking original looks like anymore. The original could look completely different. That's crazy. That's fucking true too. Maybe there never was an original, man. 1 second, I'm yoinking. Did I take a yoink? I did take a yoink. Okay, that's big. On return, spawn a critter. That might be big for us. I'm sorry to the Stepler. Blades are chilling. Another critter? Another critter could go crazy, man. Speed, serve with 4 speed on a critter. Very interesting. Very interesting. By the way, everyone who says this is like mental illness, you're giving the same vibe as the people who hear like Octopus's Garden and are like the Beatles must have been on drugs. They were on drugs. You don't need to be on drugs to watch Octopus or to write Octopus's Garden. That's just like, you could just do that while you're eating breakfast. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. You don't really have to, you have to be like, you could be like either high or like 9 years old, I guess. We need the money on that one, unfortunately. Every 10 serves trigger both arms. Could live with that. It's also crazy to think, I think we're giving drugs too much credit. Now, before you get mad at me and you say, actually, drugs rule, give me a second, okay? The thing is, we're giving drugs the credit for writing some awesome songs. And I'm sure they put you in an altered state of consciousness that might unlock some creativity. But I'm sure drugs are responsible for like a lot of fucking shitty songs too, man. I'm sure there's I need this one! I'm sure there's a lot of absolutely dog shit artists out there that are just like cracked out of their minds, man. Then that's the real crime, man, is being like on drugs, but then your music also sucking. You can get a little high if your songs are awesome. But if your songs suck ass, you better be like straight edge, man. Because that that's just a sad story, I think. Okay, listen. I don't know how my run works, but we're still alive. That's big. Okay, you can't take 8 damage. That's a given. Yoink it. Are we a mustard user? You're a critter user. I don't want chance though. Chance is annoying. Give me a racket in my pocket. Sell it up. I'd love to get a kitty, but I cannot afford it. Because I have no money. Do we dump the blades to critter max? That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna fucking do it. You're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy. Remember that? Tentacles? And what do we got? Max health for yoink. Trigger arm slots. Trigger arm slots. Definitely want to trigger more critters on arm slots. That makes sense to me. Okay. God of the rash-covered scrotums. Are you talking about me, or is that like a Dark Souls boss? Because I had a rash-covered scrotum once, but that was literally only once, and it was in hockey school. Very Canadian sentence, I'll admit, but I was too nervous to completely disrobe in the bathroom. I was like 7 or 8. So I would just put my hockey gear on top of my street clothes, which got really hot and moist and led to me getting a fungal infection called jock itch. 10 serves trigger both leg slots. Jay, I'm putting the rack on the Devils to win the Stanley Cup. I can't resist a good narrative. I don't know. I think they could, man. I think this could be the year. I think the New Jersey Devils could finally achieve some success in hockey after upwards of 6 to 7 years of merely being pretty good. The Devils? We're the Devils! The Devils, Chimley! We're the Devils! Why are you mad at chat for saying chicken jockey? I'm the one friend who still says chicken jockey. Chicken jockey. Is this pick 3 or sort salad? This is... I hate to answer the question, but I'm addicted to being honest. This is pick 3. It's not sort your salad. Sort your salad are games where you could... I mean, I don't know. You just know it when you see it. It's like, is a game woke? You just... you just look at the font, bro, and then you know. Get it out of... Okay, hang on. Don't stop taking damage! There's a 5-piece and I never fuck out! I got one more in me, but I've only got one more in me. Give me the kitty. It's a hard-ass game, bro. What is this? I spawn critters when I move, right? That's kitty jockey. And that, I really think I'm onto something with this just like never stop moving bit. Okay. Critter jockey. I think I'm just gonna do this. I think I'm just gonna move around really fast and spawn critters. Stop hitting my critters with your serves, because then my critters pass away. Whatever. Look at the serves, man. Is this just Mega Man Battle Network? Can I say, we also need a moratorium on Is This Just? Is This Just might be the most like artistically diminishing statement that you could possibly utter. Yes, it's obviously influenced by Mega Man Battle Network. You think absolutely every piece of content / art ever released should be completely inimitable? Like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any damn sense. Everything's inspired by that which came before and inspirational to that which comes after, bro. What are you trying to say? Oh, is this just like your mom fucked your dad? Yeah, bro, that's life, dude. And then your parents are both like, what if their grandparents fucked? And it goes all the way up, man. What are you talking about? My kids got some behaviors that came from me. I get blamed for it. I say, don't blame me. That shit came from my parents. They say, don't blame us. That shit came from your grandparents. And it just keeps going. Now there's one motherfucker. There's like Adam and Eve back there. And I'm like, Adam, lock the fuck in, bro. My kid is having a little bit of trouble focusing when we're trying to give her a lesson here. That's where the original sin happened, man. Launch it. Sounds like we're shifting the blame. No, I'm putting the blame where it belongs. On my 5-year-old. She needs to lock the fuck in, bro. You're not listening. You're not using your head. Too busy sucking himself off. 100%. That boy loved sucking himself off. I mean, I gotta go with the 10 head, man. I'm sorry. I gotta go with the 10 head. And then we put the... No, we don't put the kitty up there. We put the doggy up there because they spawn more critters. We definitely roll once on $5. You got some critter skills, so let's give it a chance. Locked. This is huge. It's exactly what I need. On $3, let's save our money. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Stop doing damage to me. I'm doing damage to you. Where were you when Kid A dropped 25 years ago? Probably listening to Tim McGraw's song, Just to See You Smile, if I had to guess. But like I would say there's probably like 4 years after that, I was getting into it for sure. But like in the 6th grade, I wasn't really fucking with Kid A because I didn't know it existed. But definitely in the 10th grade, I was like, fuck, in the 6th grade, I should have been bumping this shit. I should have been bringing this shit to school. Instead of listening to Eiffel 65. Nah, that's not fair. Live in a bubble goes pretty hard. Live in a bubble, baby. Bubble's not reality. You've got to have a look outside. Yeah, my friend was a big Europop head. I was more of a running with scissors sort of guy, but I still, I can get down with the Europop. Europop. Critters survive from getting hit by a ball. Round start effects trigger an additional time is actually sick for critters, though, man. Eiffel 65 versus French 65. Now you're stealing my bit. You're stealing my bit now. I actually want you to be gone, and then I want another kitty out here, and then I want to roll. Not interested. I don't think I've seen one message about the actual game. Me during the G-Unit retrospective. But I haven't done the game bit in a while. I forgot about that. When he said, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. I'm Rap's MVP and I ain't going nowhere so you can get to know me. And then the dude never did another song. Which is probably not fair. I bet he did do other songs. I just don't really know them. But you get the idea. And then remember that? And then he disappeared? I ain't going nowhere so you can get to know me. And then we never heard from him again. He made some songs. Didn't he do a post that was like, here's me and David Bowie or something? He photoshopped his head on somebody else's head and was like, this is me hanging out with David Bowie. There was something like that. 1 second here. The game photoshopped. Game discusses Photoshop Tupac picture. There we go. Game explains why he posted a photoshopped photo of him and Tupac. The game posted a photo earlier this week on his Instagram of him and Tupac, but it was quickly revealed that the photo was photoshopped. Despite the fervor, Game asserts to Vlad TV that the pic was sent to him by a fan and was never an attempt to imply that the two West Coast MCs ever linked up. It was merely a way of showing respect to one of the most legendary rappers to ever hop in the booth. Hey, when I posted that picture of me next to Tupac, I didn't mean to imply that I'd ever been in the same room as Tupac. I just implied it was an honor for Tupac to have met me if he did. I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying, man. Completely forgot how this run works again. Should not have alt-tabbed. You never alt-tab in a roguelike, man. Isaac's an exception. That shit's like breathing, but... that shit like the damn battle pass. It's this by a mile? Is this by a mile? Okay, what do we spawn? We spawn 3 critters at the start. What are our tattoos again? Round starts trigger an additional time. Every 10 serves, the head slot triggers twice. Now we just need a better serve stat, and then we're off to the fucking moon, bro. Hit the weak spots for massive damage. Remember that shit? Sony PlayStation 3, $599 US, about $350. Already ahead of you, to be honest. Mogged. Again. Again. Can you bring back Eiffel 65? It was taking me back. Everybody is looking for the dub in this life. Everybody just keeps on asking why? What is dub in this life? They have some really underrated songs, I'm sure. I've never heard them, but like, surely, I mean, they were really popular. They gotta have some merit to listening to their music. What do the critters do? They serve, bro. They're serving. They're literally serving. How about Prozac? Prozac kind of mogs Eiffel 65. No disrespect to Eiffel 65. They sang about some real shit, like on that one album, singing about like being horny, and then on the next album, singing about being asexual, which to be fair is valid, but it's just a really strange shift when you were like, a little sexual frustration, dun, dun, and a loss of concentration, dun, dun. And then the next album, I'd rather sleep with myself tonight. But no one here can harm me, oh. Although I'm really quite fond of you, our best intentions never turn out right. I'd rather sleep with myself tonight. Classic. Embala is a hell of a hit. I don't know if they should have done Tsunami, though. That shit was like, I mean, as a kid, it kind of hit, but I was drowning in a wave of ecstasy, tsunami. I don't think they, I mean, that shit actually, like, hurts people, man. Anyway. But hurt people too, and that's never stopped anybody, I guess. What are you doing here? Although she's half a world away. Oh, yes, it feels like yesterday. Classic. Whoa, help me! Minimize the damage taken? Yeah, good job. You've minimized fucking nothing. Maximize my foot in your ass. I'm fucking dead. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy, man. Fuck this guy. Alright, I'm gonna slash marker. I'm just gonna say it, man. Torso tennis might be too hard for me. Slash marker, we'll call that torso tennis. 3.